Well, I just busted my butt and crashed pretty good. And I'm gonna try to get off Cave Man. I got this one more steep chute if my wrist will hold up.
I got new suspension. If you've been following the channel, you know I built this bike with used parts that I had, and I had an older Zeb on the front. The frame came with a Fox X2 shock, and I've been having a lot of troubles with it. I'm really too heavy a rider to run the X2. I was having to run it at max PSI with max volume spacers, compression shut, rebound nearly shut, and it was really causing me some issues. If you watched last week's video, some of the bucking I got over the jumps, especially like the one where I crashed, was the shock. It's already bottomed out before I hit the face. And I really liked the RockShox suspension that was on my e-bike, the Zeb Ultimate with the buttercups and the Super Deluxe Ultimate. So I bought that for this bike, and I came to Windrock to get Jordan to help me get it set up. So here on lap 1, I'm just trying to get warmed up, and I am paying attention to how the bike feels to me, and I can tell that it's not right.
I think my rebound's too fast. But it could be mental.
Those jumps right there are why I chose Cave Boy for lap number 2. By the way, when you come up behind someone that's going slower, especially at Windrock, if they look like they might be struggling a little bit, be polite, be nice.
You guys okay? Yeah, that's fine.
Trying to stay out of here all
No, you're good, brother. Y'all enjoy.
It was right here where I really realized that something wasn't right with my fork. I didn't have any support when it got steep. It was falling way too deep in the travel, and it makes it feel what I call stink bug, where the front's riding lower than the back, or lower than it should be, and it breaks the geometry of the frame down the wrong direction. It was really apparent right here off this steep rock into this next section. Right then I knew I had to do something bad.
Oh no, someone lost a battery cover.
After a good talk with Jordan, we decided to make a couple small changes, run some laps on Dropout. It's the least steep trail there, and I have very little issues with it. And we would just do small incremental changes at a time, really bracketing in a way. And this was the first lap of that.
Okay, this is the lap after talking to Jordan. Lowered some front tire pressure. Decided not to make a rebound change. Just gonna run some laps, see what happens. .85 in the front fork, 5 clicks to rebound, compression shut, woo, 265 in the shock, compression shut, rebound at 4, there's a rim dinger.
After splitting the difference in air pressure from where I came with to what Jordan had me lower it to, and I slowed down rebound a click on both ends, this lap felt better. Although I knew it still wasn't just right, it just felt much more in control. Since Windrock flooded a few weeks back, they've made a bunch of changes. And if you haven't been here in a while, you probably haven't seen the new connector road for the shuttle pickup. So I'm going to drop this lower part of Dropout in here where it connects back to Talladega at the very end, so you can see what it's about. I think because I was tired of doing the same lap over and over, it was pretty easy to talk me into doing something new. This upper bit of Snakerock I've never ridden before. And as soon as I get to this first little steep bit, I could tell right away I still wasn't there. My fork was collapsing whenever it got steep, and I needed to make a change. But for some reason I kept going and decided to ride Caveman of all things.
You don't have to wait on me, brother. I'll ease down. Caveman. This is I wrecked last time I rode it, which is fine. There's some really steep bits coming up, although this is steep as crap already.
And ease down it I did. But I had to stop for a little quick trailside repair before I went down the steepest chute on Caveman. I didn't like how I did that really steep chute. I didn't feel like I was looking ahead good enough, so I went right back up to do it again, and that was my mistake. Did you hear that?
Oh, wow, that hurt. Yeah, I think so. Maybe. Oh. I just busted my butt and crashed pretty good. I hit the catch berm on this steep chute, and my stem on the steer tube twisted, and it was tight. I just checked, and that sent me. My wrist is very sore. I've got some scruffs, but overall I think I'm okay. and I'm gonna try to get off Cave Man. I got this one more steep chute if my wrist will hold up, and we'll be off this thing.
Not only is my wrist broken, come find out, my GoPro mount's broken too, so it's vibrating around, looks terrible. But things I learned today. What I learned today is don't forget your task at hand. You're trying to set your bike up. As soon as I got into the steeper bit of Snake Rock, before I even got to Cave Man, I knew that I wasn't there yet and I needed to spend some more time, whether it be air pressure, volume spacer, or something. I had gotten a little confused with the Trailhead app versus the service manual. I've since sorted that out. I guess it goes without saying that I probably won't have a video for a little while, but keep your eye out. But we're going to heal up, and we're going to come back, and we're going to get this thing completely dialed in, and maybe I'll see you there.